and for the practitioner themselves, right? These are important. This will be a third extra credit opportunity, which will focus around including individuals with disabilities and functional needs within emergency management planning and operations. Okay. Um, all right. Your chapters will cover the difference between the dominant paradigm and the social vulnerability paradigm. Again, I'll return to this. Okay. So, but I just want you to be aware. All right. We'll talk about it when we come back, but understanding that the two are not against each other. What we need to do is work to fuse them in together, right? So we need to have both the understanding of the technical and technological approaches to mitigation, right? And also understanding the human environment. So we don't need just levies and understanding the community. We need both. Okay, we need both the physical structures and understanding social vulnerability to really address risk reduction and hazard mitigation. Okay. Vulnerability paradigm is important to understand. These categories are not static; they're dynamic. Just because you're older person doesn't mean you're vulnerable. That vulnerability is centered around the context in which that older person lives, right? The community in which they live, the networks in which they have, the resources which they have. How does that community assist that individual if needed, right? So all of that is taken into context when deciding somebody is vulnerable or not. Okay. Again, like I said, you have to use them together. You can't just understand the social dynamic. We really need to understand the geophysical hazard. So that's why we spend the first part of the class really understanding, these different hazards, whether you know, hurricanes or blizzards, etc. Like we really need to have that understanding as well, and also technological solutions. Okay. Again, we will return to this, but this will be what the next segment of the class will be about. Some of the theories covered also the social causation of disasters, how disasters built up over time. Again, we'll return to it, but I just want to,